Hello everyone, this is Mastermind F1 Manager back at you guys with another video. And today we are going to be talking about the F1 Manager Season Reset. So on May 11th, 2020, F1 Manager is going to be resetting. The 2020 season is going to start. And just like real life Formula 1, obviously with a new season, everyone starts back from zero. So now let's just cut to the chase. Let's talk about what is going to be reset in this season, because not everything you're going to lose, but you are going to lose most of your stuff. So what will be reset are coins, flags, driver and car components, season progress, and leagues. So basically, however many coins you have now, going to start from zero. However many flags you have now, going to start from zero. Series progress, everyone is going to be back to Series 1, and leagues, everyone will start from the bottom and will have to work their way up again. So everyone is starting from zero. You're going to have to, play again and progress. If you are a more experienced player, yes, this may seem unfair, but they have a system which makes it slightly easier for experienced players who did well in the 2019 season to get a bit more of an advantage. But I'm going to talk about that a bit later in the video. Now let's talk about what you do get to keep. So what you do get to keep are your bucks, boosts, liveries, and medals. So obviously most of us are probably going to care about the bucks and boosts, so it is very good that you can keep your bucks. At least you won't lose that, which is, quite important because, it's a very premium currency, and I bet a lot of people would have spent money to try and get bucks. But yeah, hopefully you would have been saving them up for this new season, and also stockpiling your boosts, which will obviously be important in Grand Prix events. You will also get to keep liveries and medals. Now let's go on to some of the other details in this F1 Manager Season Reset. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is Constructors' Championships, or CC points. So earlier in the video, I talked about how experienced players, yes, this is unfair that the season is resetting for experienced players like me, for example, who have like 3 billion coins and have maxed out flags and drivers and parts. However, it's not all bad. So in the top left-hand corner, if you played F1 Manager, you're probably going to notice the 19 and the crown, that blue top left here. It opens up something called your season score. Now your season score is out of 500 constructors or CC points. As you can see, I have 425 out of 500 possible points, which is fairly high. And the amount of constructors points that you get is based on your performance in the 2019 season. So for example, in terms of drivers, I have most of my drivers at the max level, so that's why it says max, which means I've actually collected all the drivers. In terms of driver upgrades, I've applied 72% of the possible upgrades. Components, I've applied 97% of the possible upgrades. Components, I've acquired 97% of the components. I've applied 73% of the possible upgrades. Weekly leagues, I have reached the max league, which is Legends. That's why it's at max. And in Grand Prix events, I have basically done 74% of the best possible performance that I can do. And that should be higher if it wasn't for the game bugging out quite a few times for me. But yeah. So what are constructors points, you ask? Well, I mean, if we click on milestone rewards, you can see that you can see all of the points, all of the perks here. Now, I don't really fully understand, what this is, what like the bronze and gold and silver frame is. But what I can see here is that 18% crate timers next season, which means I guess crates will take shorter time to open, which means I guess you can farm more crates if you want to. I'm not sure what the silver bronze frame thing is. Yeah, we'll probably find out soon, but yeah, that's an important detail. So the constructors points is calculated by your performance in the 2019 season. So if you're a newer player, you probably won't have as many, but that's fine. Everyone is reset. This is your chance. If you're a more experienced player, look on the bright side. You will have a bit of an advantage with the CC points, and you can use your experience to get ahead very quickly. So that is the season score talked about. Okay, so the final thing we're going to talk about in this season reset is the driver rebalancing. So in this season, when the season is resetting, so will the stats of the drivers. It has changed, and the way I know this is that on Twitter, F1 Manager, the F1 Manager Twitter, has posted the stats of all of the drivers. So now you can see, so the stats of some of the drivers, they have changed. The series that the drivers in have reshuffled. So yeah, I'll leave the link to their Twitter, so you can check out the tweets for yourself and see the stats of all of the drivers. But from what I can see is that they've basically just rebalanced the stats for a lot of the drivers and just generally lowered everything. So I don't think there might be as dominant of a driver. Like obviously in the 2019 season, it was Grosjean, Perez, Bottas. Like literally everyone would use them, but I think they've tried to prevent it, and a lot of the driver stats are a lot more close. Some of them I don't agree with how they've put the stat, made the drivers in comparison to real life. Like Daniel Ricciardo, he is like a Series 2 driver. His stats are awful in this game, even though in real life he is one of the best drivers. But I guess we can't really complain because we had Perez and Grosjean, who are the best drivers, who are actually not that great in real life. But just let's get away from that. But basically, in this new season, we've talked about what's going to be reset, what is staying the same, Constructors' Championship points, and obviously there is going to be driver and stat rebalancing. If you have any other questions about this new season, be sure to ask me in the comments and I will definitely respond. But yeah, at the time of recording, it starts tomorrow. The season will be reset tomorrow. So yeah, there definitely is a lot of to look forward to, a lot of great things ahead in this game. And yeah, lots more content coming. Sorry for the break in content, but yeah. If you have any video suggestions or questions, be sure to ask in the comments and I will respond. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.